Okay, fair enough. That's to dereference pointers on this side. Alright, so this looks not bogus. This looks good. This looks like shit, though. What'd we do? So where's pack up round? Pack up game, I think. We put that here. Is that carrying through? No, it's not. Okay. So, right, because that is already the pointer? Ah. There we go. That's better. Right, yeah, of course, because usually you just get the context itself, but for the dinit, you want the opportunity to set the context to nil, so you get the pointer to the context, which needs dereferencing. Alright, so we should be able to now deal with that. Okay, brilliant, and we don't segfault. Therefore it works, right? Works for me. Okay, and how many games is that? Many. Good. No. Not many? Yes, many. Good. That is many games. Felt brilliant. Alright, let's try to clean up some of this logging output so I don't have to look at it. Because really, I just want the bit at the end here, which is who won, how much they had, and how much they won by. I actually also want to know what strategy they were using. I can do that here. I guess just here. So that should be winner.strat. That's a good question. What's the correct way of doing that? Because it's in the context, but you need to know what to cast the context to in order to get the name. Because it's just a raw pointer. I'll have to think about that. We'll come back to this in a moment, but for now I want to clean up this logging so it's less annoying. Alright, we can get rid of that. Alright, so pretty much every format line we want to replace with context logger dot something. That sounds like hell. Alright. Well, no point complaining, let's just do it. So, every one of these should be context.logger.error, I think. Log, I guess. Error. Or error F. Yeah, it should be error F. Error F. Oh no, the line length. Shit. Fair enough. Logger has no field error F. Really? Why the fuck not? Logger. Oh, this guy. Oh, I see. Right, that's the whole point of the context logger, is that it's implicit context, so you don't need to use it, you just use regular logging. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So all these context loggers should just be log.errorf, and then we'll need to bring in log. Like that. Okay, alright, so that's the error ones. Print f line. So we'll have to deal with these ones too. Okay, there's only 16 of them. Log dot, I guess like info? Okay, so some stuff is gone. Doesn't look like everything is gone though. What else have we got? That should just be log.info. So, is auctioning. Right, this is ugly. But that should be log.info. Okay, there we go. I know we should have the log file is completely empty. Alright, cool. Fuck. Why? Ooh. I would say one thing I'm less than plussed about with Odin is, like, I get it, but it's being forced to have the braces. But again, that's just syntax. Yeah. Yeah, at work, I don't work on the Rust code base much at work, but my colleagues who do, they've tweaked the auto formatter to, what does it look like? It's this style, right? Shit in here condition. And they also do it for traits and yeah, exactly. They also do it for traits and everything. It's like, you know, I get using an auto formatter. I don't like it, but I get it. But why would you tweak the auto formatter to be worse? And they need to enable nightly features as well. Like, it's not in stable. But whatever, that's just syntax. I'll cry a longer river. Yeah. I mean, like, aesthetics are worth something. Like, they're not pointless, but it is, you know, it is a bit silly to be like, I like this language other than its syntax, so I'm not going to use it. Why is my log file empty? Can I go log.info? Hello? Apparently I can't. Why not? So I'm creating it, truncating it, and making it read write. That's fine. I also don't know how I feel about this defer. So I don't know the answer to this question yet, but I think defer here is like basically syntactic. Like in Go, this creates a closure. If you capture error here, it will use whatever the value of error here was here. But I think this is just whatever error happens to be at the end of the scope, it'll use that. Because I don't think Odin has closures. And that's fine as long as you remember it, but it's asking for trouble, right? Like it's asking for error to be reused. But that is just a guess. I don't actually know if that's how it works. Why is my log? What? Okay, how am I gonna test this? What am I gonna do to test this? Just make it a panic? Yeah, let's do a panic. That should kill the program. Bye. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so that worked. And fatal, Have I misunderstood this logging thing? This part of the code is optional. Yeah, I didn't include it. Context logger equals, I do that, right? Yes. Log create file logger from the file handle that we got. Yes. We're good so far. Oh. Oh no, that's because of this, right? Yeah, okay. Oh. I wonder. Wonder if it's buffering. Was it destroy file logger? Do I need to have logger as a variable? Can I just do context logger? And I'll take the pointer address of context logger. No, okay. Fine. Yeah, this is dangerous. We'll move this up here. And we'll put that there. And then this will be... I don't think I like the logic here, because I don't want there to be a logger if... Like, I don't want it to log to the console. I wonder if there's like an empty logger or something, like a null logger. Empty? Okay. Nil logger. Brilliant. That's what I want. Alright. So we can go logger equals... then we can do log.create file logger. Otherwise, log.nil logger. This... whatever. And then we can do that, and then we can do that. Yeah, okay, right, because Odin is white space sensitive. Mismatched types. Oh, that's one of these fuckers. So create file logger is what? It's a runtime logger. Okay. And then the nil logger is a runtime logger. Did I press the control key? I did. There we go. Nil logger. And it thinks I want the address of that? Maybe file logger has changed in between when he wrote this article and now. That's plausible. Okay, that is not what I was anticipating. Oh no, that is what I was anticipating. Aha. Aha. So what, I guess it was buffering it and we needed to destroy the file logger? Is that the only difference? I think so. So if we get rid of that destroy, and then run again.